city streets and you're knocking people down. Your ass is mean and you're acting like a clown. You had your secret service men move people out the way. You went to the church across the street and your badass didn't pray. You went back in the bunker, they say, and was nowhere to be seen. You went back in the bunker, they say, showing down on KFC. You went back in the bunker, they say, and was nowhere to be seen. You went back in the bunker, they say, showing down on KFC. You went back in the bunker, they say.
All right, good afternoon, good day, everybody. Good evening, good night, good morning. Appreciate y'all. Welcome back to the program. Let's go live. Let's go. Another day. We back at it. We made it. You survived. Good to see you. You and yours are very safe and sound, and everything's where it needs to be, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. to 6 East Coast time is the situation. Shout out to everybody that became a partner this week and donated the $1 yesterday. All we're looking for is $1 show. $1 show. That's it. Dr. J, I appreciate your continuing contributions. Eunice French and everybody else that support the show. What up, Dr. Clarkson, ABD. Good to see y'all, man. In case you don't know, this show is completely viewer funded and supported. Coming to you live from Tiny Closet Studios, broadcast nerve center of such programs as Tiny DIY and Tiny Kitchen and Tiny Car and 2 Minute Warning. All those will be available coming out of this studio. So we appreciate y'all. Good to see y'all. Again, $1 show. That's all we're looking for. Take some time out. My Cash App scrolling on the bottom. Appreciate it. And also, we added download the Humor Mill app. It's an app that's available in the Google Play Store and on Apple, the Apple Store. What it is the number one source of online comedy and entertainment news, and they will be carrying the show very shortly. So you have the app, you listen to the show on demand wherever you're at, even if you don't have my Facebook or my YouTube. But you should have my YouTube, so I need everybody to subscribe too while we at it. We on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I got to get to it by the end of the week. We there with several 1,000 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. So I need y'all to stop playing. And that's how we do it. That way I can monetize the account and stop asking for money. Shout out to Ray Netta. What's good with you? All right, we're gonna get into it today, man. We got some dynamite shows lined up. We picking up steam. It's the third weekend. I got some superb guests that are familiar with the show now, and I'm reaching out, and now see, before I reach out, I'd be like, yo, I want you to come on the show. What show? Now I reach out to the people that are like, yo, I want you to come on my show. I went, bet. All right. So yeah, we lining up some we're gonna get back to where we was at. We've been serious for the last couple of weeks. It's been a challenge, but I'm trying to tell you, man, this is what you're gonna be wanting to do this time of day every day. So there goes that. Put up the YouTube info. Let's see. That's a good one. I thought it was up there already. Thanks, Reginald. I appreciate that. Hold on a second. Let me take some time to do this real quick. Housekeeping. Again, if you got a question, shoot it in here. I'm gonna open up the phone line a little bit later. My YouTube. Here we go. That's a good one. Thanks, Reggie. Captain Obvious. Making me look bad, but it's all good. I need that. This is a family situation. So we got to lean on each other to hold each other accountable. A lot of that not going around these days. All right, here we go. So let's put that up there. Download the app and then subscribe to this page. That's my YouTube right there. That's my channel. So you get on the channel, subscribe, and every time we do a live situation, you'll get notified, and that's where we'll be. Reginald, I could be slow. No, you slow. You're definitely slow. So anyway, let me quick run through the headlines, and then we get to my first guest, man. And we also going to talk later. Throw out a question to y'all. Get your opinion on some. Get your opinion on some things, and then share some video with you. I came across a manual on social media, a manual on how to handle Karens. It's an official very strategic manual on how to deal safely with a Karen encounter. And so we're gonna play that a little bit later. But I wanted to do something, man. I don't know how tied into your social media you are, but I'll be checking for headlines, and it be like it's overwhelming the stories that we talk about on a given day, right? So I'm gonna just scroll through and read the headlines and see. This is how wild of times we're in. So this is my Facebook timeline. The first one. This is dated yesterday. Republican congressman who just announced he has the coronavirus refused to wear a face mask on the House floor 2 weeks ago. That's the line. The headlines be so wild. I don't even need to read the story. All right, here's another one. Trump signed the executive order today. This order, by way of news, your president signed the executive order today for so-called police reform. Some of the things they had was he embraced a ban on chokeholds. He suggested that there's a nationwide database for officers who have multiple complaints of excessive force. There was a couple other things, but again, it's just suggestions, and it's up to the states. So it was really more of a thing for show. And he invited victims and family members who have suffered at the hands of white supremacy and police violence. And the family of Ahmaud Arbery, they made the trip, but they did not want to participate in the photo op. So they left before he got to that point. So again, he was trying to pull another publicity stunt. Here's another headline. Washington Post today. Trump falsely suggests that there's an AIDS vaccine. These are headlines. You can just literally scroll down. Chuck Schumer, CNBC.com. Chuck Schumer slams Steve Mnuchin for implying he won't disclose name of PPP recipients. This is what we got. There's another one. USA Today, cashing in on George Floyd. T-shirts, pillows, running shoes, and even underwear being sold. Some of it through Amazon. This was yesterday. These are the headlines that people share. Unreal. Okay. Now I'm gonna get to this. Some serious stuff. Oh no, that's old. You got to be careful. Some of these be old. People be getting emotional and reposting news stories. I ain't even gonna read that one. That's from March. Be careful. Tell your friends check their timeline. Check the dates on the stuff that they post, because you post that old stuff, people be like looking at you funny. All right, one more. Let me give you one more that I saw. One more I thought was real good. Where'd it go? I hate when it refreshes. All right, we're gonna come back to that. We can come back to this. It's too much. All right, so right about now, man, I'm gonna bring in it's like 10. Literally, I saw 10 today that I wanted to get to y'all, but when the Facebook it refreshes, it be kind of it ruins it. So I'm gonna go ahead and come back to that a little bit later. All right, my first guest, man, is the homie, my man 100 grand. One of DC's top comedians, one of the nation's top comedians, now one of the world's top comedians, because the boy travels everywhere from the UK to Australia and back around the way. My main apple scrapper, man, one of the coldest dudes in the game. And the reason why I wanted to have him on the show is because very recently he's been very outspoken. He's an outspoken cat, but just recently, like I've been seeing him going hard, and I'm like, yeah, man, you got a lot on your chest. Let's rap about it. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Go Live. My man, 100 grand, Mr. Eddie Bryant from Washington, D.C. What's good with you, fam?
What's up, Lamont King? Boy, I'm so proud of you, man. This is dope. Thanks for having me on the show. You know what I mean?
This ain't nothing. You know, this is what we do anyway, man. I just decided to put some lights to it. That's all.
Yeah. We have many convos about this, man.
Man, crazy. So how you been, man?
I ain't got hung yet, so
yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? The story that I just looked at that I said I wasn't gonna say. That's what it was about.
Yeah, the one in DC in March, right?
Yeah, in March. I'm reading it just now, and I said, "Oh, that says March. I'm not gonna do it."
No,
but
the reason you didn't know about that.
I knew. I remember the pictures. I remember they had pictures and everything, but nothing came behind it. Nothing. There was no mention.
It's a lot of officers, when they clock out of work, they're going back to their part-time job, I guess.
Jeez. I didn't hear nothing after, and so now recently it's been like 5. And they ruling them suicides immediately. How? When we watched the video and it took George Floyd, and it took y'all 2 weeks to charge and be like, maybe it was murder. And you finding black men hanging in front of a tree in front of City Hall and say, oh yeah, that's suicide.
Yeah, no black man wants to. We don't kill ourselves that way.
Not that way, no.
No. So I think that it's to control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get this George Floyd stuff off. The looting was debunked, so now we have to go to something else to get it off of my timeline and off of my news station.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
I think it's more than I think it's what it was during Jim Crow.
Intimidation, straight up.
Oh, straight up.
They're trying to bait. Yeah, they're trying to bait us into a race war. They really are.
That's the thing. The race war. People keep saying the race war is coming. The race war has been here. We not fighting back. It's never left.
No, it's never left. Okay,
it's one-sided.
It's how we're not we don't realize that we are actually in a war.
Yeah, absolutely. But I believe these hangings, definite messages. And here's the thing. So we can talk about that at length, in depth, forever. But my key is the information I want to get out is, how do you protect yourself from that?
Get a gun. Not get a gun. Keep a gun.
Well, I understand that. I'm talking about for like in the moment before you get your HQL, and if you don't live in a state where you can CCL. I'm talking about in that moment with your sons and your nephews and your brothers. Like, we have to go through a retraining, because I'm like, my first thought, I ain't gonna lie, when I seen those stories, in my head, I'm like, how'd they catch them slipping? You know what I'm saying? And I watched the youngins, because we both in the same environment. I watched the youngins walk with their head down and their head and not really having the awareness that we had coming up. And I'm like, how did they catch these people slipping? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if that's gonna be the move right now, what they're doing, bringing back lynching, like we gotta teach our youngins to be aware, because it can't just go like that. No, it can't just go like that. No way. Now that's before the whole joining the 2A movement. I ain't even there yet. I ain't even talking about that yet.
Yeah.
That's better seen than not spoken. But I'm talking about just from a basic survival. I think a retraining has to happen, because that's what's happening.
Okay.
We gotta, you see the one where the lady got snatched in her own car.
Mm-hmm.
By people posing as police. Like, that can't happen.
No,
that can't happen.
But that was in West Virginia.
I forgot where it's from. But when they strolling around the parking lot and then they just ease into her back seat and peel off with her, and she wasn't even paying attention. But I think there needs to be a awareness training for all of us.
Yeah, no, we all need to take pause, have a conversation with our family. We need a straight up town hall. Okay. And we need somebody to address, these 100 things are going on right now in our communities across the country. This isn't everything, but these things that we need to pay attention to. So to put it on the front of our mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's trying to we're just getting along. We're just trying to get through COVID. We're trying to, handle that. And racism just keeps,
right.
Just like, foot on my neck. Okay.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so we need to get on a similar page. I think that Juneteenth is a prime opportunity for us to celebrate it by having these conversations with our families, with each other, with our neighbors, in our communities. Like, all right, boom, we're going to take this 3 hours and we're going to have a conversation. All right, they are lynching at an alarming rate right now in communities across the country. Okay, if you see suspicious cars in your block, at the park, all of that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that is what we need to discuss. You know what I mean? I'm telling my mother and them, no, you're not going to the store, 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night on no Friday. No, it's not that important.
Mm-mm.
If you don't have it now, we'll get it tomorrow, but you're not going to anywhere for that matter, you know what I mean, without some sort of play.
Yeah, right.
You know what I
Plan.
mean?
So it's
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah.
And
But I just be right back. I need to go by my all of them days is not right now.
nah, not right now. Yeah.
Not right now.
And that's the tricky part of it all is like it's really we so used to dealing with it because we're a survival breed. We so used to it. Like they just finding out 2 weeks ago systemic racism. Like that's the buzzword now. Like it's what? Oh, this is
Sis-
terrible.
like
Racism.
I'm
Oh,
looking at all of them like
yeah, yeah. You have to deal with this on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And I think the fact that we've had to deal with it and we're so used to navigating within it that right now I think we still some of us are
okay.
in a position to get caught slipping, and that's what I don't want because we like that's just them being them. Nah, they ramping it up.
They ramping it up because they want to kick off the war. They're bored. They're in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Genetic annihilation is upon them.
Say it again.
They're on, you know what I mean? And
Say it
their
again.
genetic annihilation is upon them, and they are on the clock, and they know they're on the clock. One more generation of our kids having sex with their kids, and they out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
One more generation. That's it. We need just one more generation. Then the whole family tree is just done and doop,
right.
and we out of here. And so, because they know that is why they're putting the press on. We gotta. I watched the clip today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Muslim, but Farrakhan asked the question: do we want to be free?
Straight like that.
Straight like that. Because if we do want to be free, then we're gonna have to make some sacrifices. You know what I mean? We have to not be in comfortable positions. That cushion job that you like so much, that car you like so much, all of that stuff gonna have to be foregone so that your kids and your kids' kids can really enjoy those things that you think that you want to enjoy, but you really can't enjoy it because if they pull your ass over 1 second, your ass could be George. So, we in a place where we're gonna have to really shit or get off the pot. Or do we expect another do we want another generation?
Then let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So Dre all day says, shout out to Dre, said the purge is coming November 3rd. All right. So, but here's the thing. Who's purged though?
Well, white supremacy is being manipulated to a degree by the 1%.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the 1% is looking like, okay, if we let them kill each other, then ultimately our plan works. We need this population controlled. We need a certain element up out of here. Let them do a little bit while they fighting it off. And we put this virus out there, that'll do a little bit of the work. They just sprinkling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this whole COVID thing, I think is really an organ grab. Okay? That's my gut is telling me that it's an organ grab. Okay.
Well,
So,
all right, let me say this. I'm not gonna say that I disagree.
okay.
I firmly believe, I don't know what it is, but I know what it ain't. And I firmly believe that there's layers to it, and that's one layer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that. And I'll tell you why. I had this theory the other day, and this might be a lot for people, a lot for some people to take. And this is with me being with all due respect to people that have lost somebody. But I had a theory. I was in a discussion, I was in a debate with somebody, and when it first happened, when it first started kicking off, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't believe the whole underlying conditions narrative. Never have. I didn't like when black people bought into it and start pushing it. I'm like, yo, I think they're killing our folks in these hospitals, right? That was my thought. But I didn't have enough, wasn't armed with enough information to throw that out there and really argue that point. So I kinda kept it low. Only the people who I knew could understand, right? So here's my theory. I was having this discussion and I said, "Do you see what's happening with the police?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "So you can believe that a police officer can have a white supremacist mindset, and even though he's charged with protecting, serving, and having high regard for your life to save you, you would believe that if he doesn't feel like it, he may not." And they were like, "Yes." And I said, "Doctors can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
They have the same level of I got an oath, but at the same time, mentally and inside, I may not care what happens to you."
Black women have a higher infant mortality rate than any other patient going into them hospitals.
Mm.
That is the front in which, everybody have their fronts. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get him on the police. Yeah, I'm gonna get him in jail. I'm gonna get her at the hospital. He not going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They all got like different roles they can play. But I really, so as far as the organ grab is concerned, if you know the history of the organ trade, then it's not that far fetched.
No,
It's not. It's,
no. Look at all the countries in the way that they are handling COVID, in the way that they are, their numbers are going lower. Here it is, we live in America, and our numbers are going up.
mm,
I saw an article today,
mm-hmm.
USA Today. What's the dude in New York? De Blasio? What's his name?
Mayor or the governor? The mayor's de
The,
Blasio, the governor is Cuomo.
the mayor. The
Okay.
mayor said the COVID tracers, the people who track COVID, were told not to ask the people that they were tracking
If they're
whether or not they
yeah,
went to a Black Lives Matter rally.
right.
They don't want that to be a part of the data
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are, you know what I mean? They are systematically trying to make sure that their plan is in action. And it's not that COVID's going to kill us. The vaccine is what's going to end us all.
Oh man. I wasn't even really trying to necessarily go down that road yet, brother.
My bad, brother. Okay.
I wasn't even trying to. That's tomorrow's show, brother.
My bad, my bad. Okay, well, comedy clubs aren't opening.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Back to the jokes.
back to the jokes. Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. God,
You're right.
man.
But
So
and that's what I was talking about earlier, man, because I see you really posting heavy, man, and getting a lot off your chest. How have you been dealing with it? I mean, as somebody who went from touring, you were touring regularly. Like that was
right.
we've all known each other for 20 plus, but we've always had this conversation about making it your number one thing. Right. And you comedy is your number one thing. Profession, damn a side gig. This is option A.
Yeah.
So how have you been able to deal with option A being completely taken from
Picking up, creating a B, C, D plan, get the ball rolling on one and two of those and get them up and running. comedy is going to, I'm gonna have to, put it on the back burner per se. I don't think there are any live shows
No,
for the foreseeable.
No, they started in the South, Florida.
Yeah, I know that. I know. Mm-hmm. Are you going?
No, my phone
My
has.
point is,
Yeah,
my,
yeah.
my
If they call you, are you going?
no, I'm not going.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, because you know what I mean. I got a 100-year-old grandmother. I got to go get groceries and shit for. I can't risk not being able to be present for her,
right?
Because I'm going to go do this gig for less than what we was getting when we went into COVID.
Yeah, that's what I was on a Zoom with comedians in the South who said they back in the mix, but the club owners is like, hey, we have 30% capacity, so I'm paying you 30% of what you usually would get, and that's no
it's
way,
not worth.
it's
No
not worth.
way. So rebranding, working on my own. I'm working on my first comedy album now. Okay. So I got the edits done. I'm sending off the mastering. I'm getting the business structure, all of that.
So it's done.
I'm going to put up.
So you don't have to record. It's done already.
It's done already.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And so, putting the joint out.
Oh, so we just got an exclusive. Did you just give me an exclusive? I got an exclusive.
I did give you an exclusive.
Oh,
you did get an exclusive.
There it is.
So comedy album, boom. For the next 18 months, hopefully that brings me, it replaces the money that I would have made working. Right? And then that gives me a little room. All right, cool. I see y'all in about 18 months.
Right.
In between now and 18 months, it's pure, survival. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and I got other streams of income. All right, cool. Let me work on that. But comedy, because I don't foresee the audiences coming to a small club, sitting at a table with 300 people laughing in each other's space.
But you'll be surprised though. You'll be surprised, man. I seen Gary Owen Page, man. I seen a couple other people that like they back at it, and some people in certain parts of the country really ain't taking it seriously anyway.
2 weeks from now, they will.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now. We'll see them in 2 weeks.
But go ahead.
If we pay attention to the numbers, and it's going to hit. The thing about it is, it's going to hit home. My porno film.
Yeah.
Hey Dre, you know me, bro. You know I'm gonna keep something in the bag. I got a fans only situation.
Yeah.
I mean, alias name. I'm doing my thing. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Listen, the people, when the numbers start coming in and it start hitting close to home, people are going to be like, maybe we shouldn't go out. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because right now people are just willy-nilly and they're like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead out and do whatever I'm gonna do. All right, go ahead out.
Now you mentioned 18 months. You really stretching it out that far. You think that's gonna be that's your timetable 18 months from now?
18 months from now.
Man, that's 2022.
Yeah. Wow. Because yeah, man, because look, okay, right now it's over 600,000 deaths around the planet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When that headline hits and it says 1 million people died of COVID, are you really going to the club?
No.
Are you really going to, you know what I'm saying? Are you going? Like when I go to the grocery store, used to go on Saturday. I don't go to the grocery store until Tuesday morning when everybody else is teleworking, right after the old people leave. Right after old people hour, that's my hour to get in there and grab my stuff and to get up out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's, they playing for keeps right now.
Yeah, they are.
And it's an election season. So They not going to find a cure or contain it until after election.
Oh, absolutely. Or right before.
Yeah.
Right. I think right before. I think that's when the big swing is going to happen. There's going to be an event shortly before, and,
Okay.
and is going to involve one of a few things: a cure, vaccine, or some new method of treatment that's not here right now, or that's not public right now. I think all that's in the pipe, and
Mhm.
it's going to drop early in the fall. That's just my theory. Um,
Well,
Gianni wants to know: would you do open park setup like Dave Chappelle did?
yeah, I do one of those. In an open space, absolutely. Um, Limited amount of people. You saw where he had the placement where you couldn't get out of this little box.
Mm-hmm.
You were desert, you know what I mean? Very controlled environment. Perfect. I'm with that. All right. Open field, summertime, cool. I'm not going to
Comedy clubs is
open
a
my
done deal. Yeah, it's a done deal.
it's a done
Have
deal.
you done any virtual joints? Like I've seen you on things, but have you
I
done like
did
comedy?
I,
Here's my set, 25 minutes on a Zoom. Have you done?
no.
What do you think?
It doesn't translate. I think that the art of stand-up comedy requires an audience for us to have the conversation with. You know, if I'm just, how do you? I can't them heart emojis. I can't
Mm.
feel that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I can't feel that couple that's having a date and I'm figuring out where they are in their relationship so I can tell this particular joke for them.
Right.
And I can't see these, so I'm just spewing and talking into a screen.
So
That
I've done a couple. The first one was
I,
super awkward. It's super awkward. I mean, it's everything you saying is spot on.
okay,
It was weirdo. I felt like a weirdo, and
okay,
but I got paid well, so
okay,
I had to muscle through it. Right. It was a private gig, and they gave me a lot of background on the group. It was like 30 of them. So I kind of left I had grid view on Zoom. So I kind of left it up, told everybody to mute their microphones. And it was all right. But the second time I did it was better because I kind of got into a space where I just presented almost like a monologue. So by presenting the monologue, the punchline's already built in. I don't have to try you to see where you at to deliver to you. I just was talking, and then I looked up, and you see people like this because they got the mute. You just see them in their little box. You know what I'm saying? You see them laughing. So I was like, all right, well, at least that's working. And the next thing I know, 30 minutes had passed. So I was like, okay,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's
Well,
doable. But you definitely, if you have a certain style that you're not used to doing it that way, you definitely have to adjust.
okay,
That live experience is totally different. That energy, like what a lot of people don't realize, when you're on stage, you literally is palpable. You can feel that energy. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
you can grab it and you
And
cannot get it through
and
the screen.
and in fact, that is part of the high of doing it in the first place.
Mhm.
I'm going to do stand up for that
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I never was. How they ask you why you not doing the viral videos and why you don't do this and why you be like, well, it's like a jazz saxophonist. You telling him, well, why you don't do a trap record? Because
Yeah,
trap
yeah.
music is big right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
nigga, that's not what I do.
That's not what I do.
Jazz. I play jazz saxophone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, um, but I'll give it a shot, I guess, in the right circumstance. I did one 3-minute set,
Yeah.
but mm-mm.
Yeah.
But it's been tough to be in a funny place because
Say that again. That's been the hard
all
part.
all
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm waking up. It's getting better, but I was waking up angry. I was going to sleep angry.
Mhm.
Um, My whole day, I'm consumed with racism. It's on my timeline. It's in my inbox. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Working through that. And so today, I learned to assertively try to be in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
So like today on my timeline, I just posted one joke.
Right.
And just ran with that one joke all day. And then I got back into, sharing the information that we need to be sharing amongst each other. But for that couple of hours, I was like, okay, well, let me just start the day off this way.
Yeah, yeah.
And that helped. And then, yeah, man, because this Brianna's killers are not arrested. They hit her 8 times. It hit her 8 times. And nobody ain't locked up. Nobody ain't.
Yeah, nobody. And we've already established that, all right, what you did was wrong. So much though, we had to create a new law that says that nobody can ever do it again. But you didn't get in trouble for it. Still,
You ain't nobody get in trouble.
How? Like
So
that?
So I'm trying to figure out, some solutions on that level. I hate to think on those levels,
Right.
but they got to be touched up. You know what I mean? Do we know any Bloods or Crips that know they going to jail?
Right.
You know what I mean? You already know you going.
Right.
Is it possible that you could stop past what's the dude name? That killed Trayvon Martin. Zimmerman. Is it possible you can stop past Zimmerman house before you go in? Is it possible you can stop? You know what I mean? Like,
make some runs.
At least,
some runs.
Yeah, make some runs real quick.
Make some runs before you go in. Yeah.
So at least they know that they getting a fight. Somebody fighting back on some psychological level.
Right.
Because they just get to tee off, and we like, ooh, we should ever come and don't burn down Target. Man, motherfuck Target. Fuck all of that. Burn all of that shit. I was so proud of the youngins in DC when they went and robbed City Center. I was so they were stealing $500 bottles of wine. They don't even know what they stole. They were stealing.
Nothing.
They don't know how to open none of that shit. I was so proud of them, pants sagging and everything. I'm glad because it wasn't their community that they went to go fuck up. Right? It was somebody else's community. And so y'all wasn't listening before when they was like, please respect me as a human, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now burn the shit up. Now it's like, oh, we need to talk and have dialogue.
Yeah.
What is systemic racism?
Oh my God. You have to deal with this? Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Let's paint it
and
on.
So, yeah. And to be perfectly honest, when you look at the videotape of looting, majority of the people that's looting and burning shit on fire was not us.
Yeah, well, those are infiltrators, and that came out. You know what I mean? People want to act like it wasn't what it was, but you had undercover cops, you had infiltrators, you had people from the extreme left, people from the extreme right, everybody hijacking the movement. Like, so obvious too, though. Did you on that same page? Did you get a chance to at least go out to one of the rallies, protests?
No,
really?
No, I did not go.
Okay.
I did not go. I have not been to a rally since Freddie Gray. That was the last one for me. Once they did not get justice for, like, when you read the autopsy report and it says that his head was hanging on the top of his spine, it was hanging off the top of his spine. And they all were found not guilty. I was like, okay. I was like, okay.
Because he made eye contact.
Because he made eye contact with a police officer and ran.
And that's your rap in court. That's your legitimate rap that stands. Well, why did you make contact with him? Because he made eye contact with him. Oh, word? And that goes.
That goes. So for
All
me, marching does not seem effective. right? All right, cool. Young people want to do that. It's something emotional. Get your energies out. It's a positive way to go march and protest. All well and good. Everybody needs to do that. What I particularly was doing during that same time was talking to business leaders and community people and health people about ideas that we could do when the dust settles.
Okay.
Of what we can actually do to change the conditions in our community.
Okay.
So that we don't have to end up like George.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
real.
like Prince George's County is a prime opportunity for us to get it right. It's 400,000. We talk about this. It's 400,000 people in Prince George's County.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get 100,000 of them put up $1,000 a year? That's $100 million in the county in 1 year.
Okay.
That's enough money. That's enough money to pull every youngin off the block in Prince George's County.
Okay. And that's not asking
that's not asking. That's less than $100 a month.
Yeah.
Prince George's Community College is free for every county resident. The bill is already paid. Or can we build some farms or create some industry with that $100,000? For that $1,000, we give you 8% of return on your money.
I like what you're talking there, Daddy.
That is how it. That's
whose ear did you get? Did you get anybody's ear? Was they listening? This is all time, right?
What we decided was to write the whole plan all the way out before asking anybody for any money.
True story.
So write it out in a hypothetical way and say, okay, if we do this, this is what we'll do with $100 million per year. This is how we'll grow the money. This is how we'll help change the community. This is the changes that we want to make. And that's how we get out of this. And in that way, on the county level, we can fix the schools, we can fix the jobs, we can fix all of those systemic things that we think racism, we can combat it. That's how we'll flip it.
Right.
So that's the level of thinking that we have to fight on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because other than that,
yeah, that's real elder statesman of you, Eddie B. Real elder statesman of you. You sounding good, Alderman Bryant.
You know what I mean? But see, but I got to get, it's tough because everybody can't go, Lamont.
No, absolutely not. They can just as easily get left. I have no problem with that.
Okay. Everybody can't go. And the ones who come up with all these great ideas to liberate our people, they're the ones who get demonized too.
Well, that's a plot, though. That's part of the plan. That's a plot.
What do you mean?
When you say the ones that come up with the good ideas, they get demonized by who?
Their own people.
Yeah, that's a plot. That's the conditioning. We a lot of us is conditioned. They told you, go to school, go to college, get a good federal job, and put 30 years in, get this big house out in Maryland, and that's it. That's your success story. And a lot of people bought into that, and they don't want nobody disturbing that. And like you said earlier, what this lockdown has taught us, though, is that anybody can get it. Anybody can disturb. Anybody can get it. Even fans. So,
anytime they pull over a black police chief, they pull the chief over.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm talking about the lockdown. I'm talking about how your way of life has been upset in a way in which you never even experienced before. So you not isolated just because your high-paying job and the nice car in the crib out in the woods. You're not isolated. Like, this touched everybody. So that goes to show, if you're not with it for your people or for the culture, don't expect when the tables turn or it's time to move, that somebody going reach their hand out to come save you. Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that have been conditioned to be anti their own for whatever reason. For whatever reason.
And,
a lot of reasons. You can name 10 of them. I'm just saying for whatever reason. And we got a lot of those. It's a lot of those.
Well, we live in as Black people, we got to understand we live in a capitalist society. In order for there to be a rich, there must be a poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we talking about fucking up their whole structure of how they've been getting money.
Yeah.
And the money that they go ahead.
No, I also believe that another piece of the puzzle, so many pieces. So it's not just one solution, but another piece of the puzzle. And I was talking about earlier, I saw this Karen manual on how to deal with Karens. We got to train them how to talk to us, how to deal with us. We have to train them. While we're recultivating our own culture and educating our own, everybody's woke now. While we're doing that, in the midst of that, we got to train them how to treat us, how to deal with us. And with this whole Karen phenomenon, like I be seeing these videos and I tell my man all the time, I'm like, these videos are way too long. They're way too long. I don't know, maybe I'm from a different place. Maybe I'm from, an area where it just don't happen like that. But these 3-minute, 4-minute videos dealing with these white women being out of pocket, I'm like, that video should be 17 seconds long.
How would you deal with them?
You got to deal with them and keep it moving. Like they so right now, there's a thing happening, and I know it's deliberate. It's on them back channels, dark web, all that. It's a thing happening where they're antagonizing to see what will happen to them, and then dad, brother, and husband can come out the woodworks and get busy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's happening in these places where the people that they're doing it to is on some yes sir, yes ma'am. It ain't happening in these places where it's like, if you don't get the hell out of my face, it's gonna be a problem immediately. You see what I'm saying? Like, these videos should be 16 seconds long.
Yeah.
And I just believe, like with our brothers and sisters with the curly Q sideburns, I won't mention them, but they they have trained you how to deal with them. You not coming at them sideways. Because one, all of them is on your head, and two, they in control of so much that they'll end you. You're over. But you know not to.
Well,
people don't know not to with us because nothing happens to them.
Yeah, well, because they have a oneness with their people. They understand their tribe. And our oneness is in tragedy, not religion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We used to the pain.
We used to the pain.
Yeah.
And we all divided. Everybody like, oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm a Muslim. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. They like, no, we this.
And that's it.
This it. This is what our rules is. You never hear them say, oh, we're not monotheistic. What's the word? Monotheistic.
We're not a monolith. Yeah.
Monolithic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you never hear them say anything dumb like that.
Yeah.
Cross one of them. They one way.
Yeah. Then Dre said the same thing. That goes to the system of reward. I'm assuming he's meaning what my meaning is, we got to train him. It's just like a dog. You got to train a dog. You get reward and punishment. Here's your treat and here's your beat. Like, you got to, and then the dog will know what he can and can't do.
Okay. I mean, we're going to have to again.
Yeah. So I found this. I'm gonna lighten it up real quick. I thought this was so. Here's a manual. This is a good instructional on how to deal with Karen appropriately and with respect. Take a look at this. I saw this on Instagram. I thought this was right on time.
You told me to go back to Oakland, right? Let me tell your dusty, dirty, dingy, mannequin built ass something. You don't tell me where the fuck to go. When you leave your house, you old stanky ass lady, you are in the world. So you don't tell me to go back to Oakland. You take your grateful pussy ass to Oakland. Get your funky mask ass to Oakland. You got a whole COVID-19 fit on with your dusty ass. You the reason why this shit is here. And you got hella senior citizen spit on your motherfucking sweater telling somebody to go to Oakland.
Huh? Talking for a minute.
Huh?
Can you control your mouth for
You need to control your ass because it stinks. You need to go get in the wheelchair. Get your old funky ass somebody here tell somebody to go back to Oakland. You're an okay, I got you 80-something years old. And your age don't matter. It seems like you're racist because you see me riding by and you tell a black person to go back to Oakland. So it's black people in Oakland, right? Ain't no black people in Alameda?
There's more white people who live in
Oakland. All right, okay, well get your dusty wrinkle bag, trash face having ass up out of here then. Don't tell no black person to go back to Oakland. You can't tell me where to go, all right? I'm fucking grown. You told me to go back.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, dusty, dirty.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and that's what I'm saying. Like those other videos, I don't see that. Like you got to know that that's coming because they all do the same thing. They get extra, and in the moment they get countered, it's like, well, wait a minute, you don't have to use so much profanity. And I'm 80. I'm 80, and I'm just saying, like, nah, what you mean? Keep the same energy, or not at all.
I got a new bit about me getting into an argument with a Karen over some arugula at Harris Teeter.
Arugula. Arugula.
Arugula. Okay. In the grocery store, it's 2 things of arugula left. I grabbed both of them to see which package I wanted. And she was like, "You're touching everything. I mean, do you really have to touch everything?" I said, "I will buy both of these motherfuckers. You won't have no arugula in this." As a matter of fact, I'm going to put both of these motherfuckers in my car and you won't have none. And I strode off and I was like, well, what the fuck do you put arugula on anyway?
I got 2 bags of it now. See?
So
you did it. You just did that was on virtual on Zoom.
I ain't even read the manual.
And it worked. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just
I felt better. I felt so good.
Yeah. You can do comedy online, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Charge everybody to get the password, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna work it out. Yeah. Just go get the album so you can hear it.
There you go.
And then call it a day. But
yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I just,
thanks for having me. I'm proud. This is one of my favorite online shows.
Hey, man, I appreciate
it. Work.
We've been here 3 weeks, man. We just trying to do a little something, man.
The closet be killing me. I be like, yeah, he's really in a closet, young Lamont. Don't see everybody else think, oh, I need this big elaborate. You like, no, I just need a closet with some branding.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is.
Oh man, well, y'all support. Make sure that y'all send Lamont $1, please.
That's
Everybody
all.
Send Lamont a $1, okay? And then Lamont, you send me 25 cents.
That's
okay.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Yeah, that'll work.
No, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. And enjoy, man. And whenever bring you back on, we just lunch it out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, when's the next Up and Up Global Open Mic? They got a date yet?
Yeah, we're gonna do it July 16th.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. And I think that we're gonna do something before then. And if y'all don't know, the UAU Global Open Mic is a joint where we highlight different artists and artists doing different stuff. So Lamont, we have not had a comedian to be successful on the joint. Dre, I have not been talking about the album since '88. Don't worry about that.
That's how you
turkey neck and it. Yeah. Oh yeah, turkey neck and the arugula. Yeah. So yeah. So
I'm good. I want to watch.
Oh,
I said I did it. I didn't say I liked it. You know what I'm saying? and I got paid for it. That's different.
Yeah. Okay. That is the difference.
No, but I definitely come on and do it though. I talked the truth earlier today. I told him I was gonna have more before he had the next one. So I'll do it. Shit.
Perfect. All right, man.
You never know. Take a L. I just say my screen froze. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't getting the feedback, I just
go.
Black out. That's it.
Dre been getting on me about putting out product and all of this stuff, and I always have been doing stuff for the collective, never necessarily for me. I didn't understand that.
And somebody else that used to tell you that too.
Yeah, you. You.
Yeah.
So I needed to, but COVID has taught me that, ultimately you got to look out for you. And so You know, fuck it. At least I know how to do all that work that I did do has taught me at least one thing: how to do my album right.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I mean? So it'll be out soon, and I can't wait to tell everybody.
That's what's up. All right, and when it happens,
All right.
we'll come back on and we'll talk shit and chew spit and keep it moving, man. Appreciate
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, I'll holla.
Peace.
Yeah, my man Eddie Bryant. Eddie Bryant. One of DC's finest, man. That's real talk, man. Is these them times, man? Somebody say, "Are you a comedian?" Yeah, you would never know it. You would never know it. You know, that's the things. A lot of times, many of us. Shout out to Damo on here too. A lot of times we don't get the credit for our minds. You know what I mean? Because you associated us with making you laugh, but you're not even recognizing the fact that for me to get you to laugh, man, that had to come from a place. I had to craft that together and think some thoughts. And we spend our time combing the universe for material all day, every day. So we got to be informed. We got to be aware. And so it's a lot of us. We ain't one trick ponies out there, man. We got a lot to say. And these are those times when you hear, a lot of comedians getting stuff off their chest. All right, man. Oh, it's been a wonderful show. Look at the time, man. Who even knew, man? This joint be moving, man. Today was a outstanding show. As always, or as often as we can, I'm gonna close the show with a word from our elder, call sign Alpha Papa. It's always good to hear from. Wait a minute, let me get the signage up. It's always good to hear from an elder in a segment we like to call Hi Dad.
Happy every day, everyone. This is Alpha Papa with today's thoughts. I would like to take this time to wish all of the fathers happy Father's Day from Let's Go Live. As I reflect back to my father, Edward S. King, who was born in Brooklyn, New York, to his parents, who both immigrated to the United States from the island of Barbados, West Indies. My father raised my three siblings and I in Washington, D.C., in the section of the far northeast called Deanwood. He was a strong-willed person who was well respected in the community. I need more time to give you all of his contributions to my family. I would like to share one story with you. When he would whistle for us to come home for dinner, you best believe you were in earshot. On a few occasions, my older brother, Roger, and I may have been out of earshot. Other kids in the neighborhood who heard the whistle would come and inform us that we better get home quickly. Again, happy Father's Day. Peace and blessings to all from Alpha Papa. Thank you.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's your show for today. Let's go live. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you tell somebody, share it if you see it on Facebook. It's like a brand new show whenever you play it. So don't trip because you might see it in a couple hours. Share it anyway. Be like, hey, this show's on right now. Go to my YouTube. We try and get to 1,000 subscribers, man. Need that to happen. My management they on me. They said we need that to happen. Also, you can see at the download the Humor Mill app because they're going to be carrying the show and you can be able to listen on demand. And also, this is 100% funded and supported by your viewership. Just be looking for $1. I see some of y'all be giving extra, and I'm cool with that. I ain't gonna say no to that. But just I can get $1 from everybody on the show. It's easy. Something slight. You know what I mean? Something slight. We do it. There's the Cash App, Lamont King 06. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We got a surprise guest tomorrow. 5 p.m. Surprise guest tomorrow, 5 p.m. I'm not gonna say the name because I've been in radio for 20 years, and the moment you promote and then they bail, your audience looking at you like you crazy. So I'm gonna say surprise guest tomorrow. Look forward to seeing y'all, man, and y'all be safe, man. And thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.